Hello everyone, and welcome to Nice. And before we start, here is a disclaimer. This isn't just a travel video, it is your ticket to an unforgettable adventure. So, buckle up, because by the end of this journey, you'll be itching to book your flight to this Mediterranean paradise. And yes, Nice is the jewel of the French Riviera. We're kicking off our adventure right here at the heart of the city, right here at Place Messina, the vibrant hub of Nice. With its striking architecture and the tram weaving through, it's the perfect spot to get a feel for the city's pulse. But this is just the beginning, and Nice has so much more up its sleeve. Place Messina was laid out in the 1840s and has since been a key part of Nice urban landscape. The square features red ochre buildings with arcades, which are typical of the Italian influence on Nice architecture. And the buildings are adorned with beautiful frescoes and statues. The square also showcases impressive fountains and statues. And the most notable is the Fontaine du Soleil, which features a large statue of Apollo surrounded by smaller statues representing the planets. The tramway line passes through the square, making it a bustling transit point and adding to the vibrant energy. And the modern tram system contrasts beautifully with the historic surroundings. The square is always lively, with street performers, musicians, and artists adding to the vibrant atmosphere. It's a great place to soak in the local culture and enjoy the dynamic energy of Nice. For us, the square offers fantastic photo opportunities, especially with the contrast between the historic buildings and the modern tramway and art installations. To the west of the square you will find the iconic Promenade des Anglais. Known as one of the most famous seafront promenades in the world, it offers stunning views, vibrant activities, and a rich history. The promenade was constructed in the early 19th century, and it was named after the English aristocrats who funded its construction and who frequented Nice during the winter months to enjoy the mild climate. Initially a simple path along the sea, the promenade has evolved into a broad, picturesque avenue that stretches approximately 7 kilometers. It offers breathtaking views of the Mediterranean Sea, and the azure waters and palm-lined boulevard create a picturesque setting that is perfect for leisurely strolls. Along the promenade, you will find both public and private beaches. The private beaches offer amenities such as sun lounges, umbrellas, and restaurants, while the public beaches are free and accessible to everyone. As the sun begins to set, the sky is painted in hues of orange, light pink, and a twist of purple, casting a warm glow over the entire promenade. The beaches in Nice are primarily composed of smooth, flat pebbles known as galets. These pebbles range in size but are generally comfortable to walk on, especially if you wear water shoes or sandals. Unlike sandy beaches, the pebble beaches of Nice are less likely to stick to your skin and belongings. And this makes post-beach cleanup easier, but it also means that beach towels or mats are recommended for lounging comfortably. The Promenade des Anglais runs parallel to the beach, offering views of its vibrant activities, historic architecture, and lively atmosphere. And the juxtaposition of the urban landscape with the natural beauty of the sea is quite striking. The Mediterranean Sea along Nice coastline is renowned for its stunning azure blue color. The clarity of the water is often breathtaking, providing an inviting scene for swimming and other water activities. About 20-minute walk from the eastern end of the promenade lies the old port of Nice. Officially known as Port Lympia, the Old Port is a charming and historic harbour, and a bustling area filled with colourful boats, yachts, and a lively atmosphere. It dates back to the 18th century and has been an important maritime hub for centuries. The Old Port is easily accessible by public transportation. Tram Line 2 and several bus routes connect the port area with other parts of Nice, including the city centre and the Promenade des Anglais. It is home to a mix of fishing boats, luxury yachts, and sailboats. and the contrast between the traditional fishing boats and modern yachts creates a dynamic and visually appealing scene. The best time to visit the old port is generally in the early mornings. And this is also when you can see fishermen bringing in their catch and the day's activities just starting. The port area is lined with historic buildings, many of which feature the typical ochre and red facades with green shutters, adding to the picturesque charm. The evening is ideal for dining and enjoying the lively atmosphere, especially during the summer months when the port area is bustling with activity. Located near the port is the Museum of Old Nice, offering exhibits on the maritime history of Nice, including model ships, artifacts, and historical documents. Located near the Quai Amiral and Fernet, and near the Old Port is this small seafront promenade that offers stunning panoramic views of the Mediterranean Sea. The color contrasts beautifully with the bright sky, especially on sunny days. The Lighthouse of Nice, with its white tower and red lantern, stands out against the blue sea and sky, and it is a picturesque sight that captures the essence of Nice maritime heritage. The sunlight reflecting off the water creates a mesmerizing, shimmering effect, and the gentle waves add to the calming and serene atmosphere. The combination of the rugged cliffs, the structured lighthouse, and the tranquil sea is truly captivating. Nice has a history that spans over 2 millennia, and it was founded around 350 BCE by the Greeks. During the Roman era, Nice became part of the Roman province of Alpes Maritimi, and the Romans expanded the city and developed its infrastructure, including roads and buildings. This is the monument to the dead of Rouba Capou, a significant memorial located in Nice, dedicated to honoring the soldiers who lost their lives in World War I. It is located not far from the port of Nice and is easily accessible by foot or car. We are now at another picturesque waterfront promenade located at the base of Rouba Capou Hill in Nice. It is situated near the eastern end of the Promenade des Anglais, and it is a pedestrian promenade that runs along the waterfront, providing a scenic path for leisurely walks and enjoying the sea breeze. In 1388, Nice placed itself under the protection of the House of Savoy, seeking stability and protection from its neighbors. This period, known as the dedication of Nice to Savoy, lasted for nearly 5 centuries. Under Savoyard rule, Nice saw significant fortification efforts, including the construction of the Château de Nice. The city's strategic importance continued to grow, leading to several conflicts and sieges. Nice was first annexed by France in 1792 during the French Revolutionary Wars but was returned to the Kingdom of Sardinia in 1814 after Napoleon's defeat. Nice was permanently ceded to France as part of the Treaty of Turin, in 1860, if I am not wrong. And this event was influenced by the efforts of Italian nationalists and the strategic interests of France. The late 19th and early 20th centuries, known as the Belle Époque, were a golden age for Nice, and the city became a popular winter resort for European aristocracy and wealthy tourists, leading to the construction of luxurious hotels, villas, and the iconic Promenade des Anglais. The arrival of the railway in 1864 further boosted Nice development, making it more accessible and attracting even more visitors. And the city continued to grow and modernize, becoming a cultural and economic hub of the French Riviera. But despite all the modernization, the old town of Nice stood as a charming and historic neighborhood located in the heart of the city, renowned for its narrow winding streets, vibrant markets, and picturesque architecture. Dating back to the 4th century BCE when it was founded by the Greeks, it has since evolved through Roman, medieval, and Renaissance periods, each leaving its mark on the neighborhood's architecture and culture. In medieval times, the old town was fortified with defensive walls and gates to protect against invasions. And some remnants of these walls can still be seen today, adding to the area's historical charm. This is the Church of St. James the Greater of Nice, and it dates back to medieval times, with its origins rooted in the early Christian presence in Nice. The church features traditional Romanesque or Gothic architectural elements typical of churches built in the region during the medieval and Renaissance periods. But the most iconic church in Nice is simply known as Nice Cathedral, and we are walking towards it right now. The cathedral is dedicated to Saint Reparata, a young Christian martyr who was persecuted during the Roman Empire's rule. The cathedral's origins date back to the 11th century when it was built on the site of an earlier church, reflecting the Romanesque and Gothic architectural styles of that era. One of the notable features is its bell tower, which offers panoramic views of the old town and the surrounding area. As mentioned, the cathedral is dedicated to Saint Reparata, the patron saint of Nice, and her relics are housed within the cathedral, making it a place of pilgrimage and veneration for Catholics. Inside, visitors can admire religious artworks, frescoes, statues, and stained glass windows that depict biblical scenes and saints. The interior has been embellished over the centuries, with Baroque influences particularly evident in its altarpieces and decorative motifs. The cathedral continues to serve as a spiritual center for the Catholic community in Nice, hosting religious ceremonies, masses, and celebrations throughout the year. It is now a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors interested in its historical, architectural, and religious significance. We advise to check the cathedral's opening hours, especially if you plan to visit outside of scheduled worship times or special events. Right in front of Nice Cathedral, you'll find a charming square that enhances the cathedral's historical and cultural ambience. This square, known as Place Rossetti, is a vibrant and picturesque gathering place, and is predominantly pedestrianized, making it a pleasant area for leisurely strolls and social gatherings. And this is the last stop of our tour. This square is known as Place Garibaldi and is situated in the central part of Nice, connecting the old town with the modern city. The square is known for its neoclassical architecture, featuring elegant buildings with ornate facades, arched windows, and balconies adorned with wrought iron railings. At the center of the square stands a prominent statue of Giuseppe Garibaldi, the Italian general and nationalist leader who played a crucial role in the unification of Italy in the 19th century. And there you have it. Nice, a city that seamlessly blends rich history with modern charm. From the bustling Place Messina to the tranquil shores of the Promenade des Anglais, and the winding streets of the old town, each corner of Nice tells a story waiting to be discovered. Nice captivates with its timeless allure, and as the sun sets over this Mediterranean gem, leaving behind a tapestry of colors, one thing is certain: Nice beckons you to explore more. Stay tuned for our next episode as we uncover hidden gems and secret spots that will make you want to get off your seat and explore the world. Don't miss out. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to join us on our next adventure.